Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Piru Lee. I'm currently working for the KPP Korea Pallet Group of LogisALL Group. I'm very pleased to be with you at the same place where I attended the Thai-Korea Business Forum last September. And most Korean people have a very good sentiment towards the Thai people because you have a very warm-hearted and in the country of the smile. So I'm very happy to be with you this time. The purpose of my presentation today is to introduce RRPP, driving the supply chain innovation. My talk comprises of 4 topics. Firstly, I'd like to introduce the LogisALL Group and its business, and then go on unbeatable relations resolving to new heights. And then I'd like to talk about RRPP collective solutions. And I will wrap up by telling about creating customer value with sustainability. Let me start from the introduction to LogisALL Group. Our company was established by Chairman Sir in Seoul in 1984. And continuously growing up and recognized as integrated supply chain solution based on the union load system and dominant in the pallet and container pooling business. We have a vision becoming a global champion of union load system. We have a presence in China, India, Indonesia, Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam, Europe, USA, and Mexico. And we have been going on the journey with the innovation-driven and quality-focused and putting our customers first. Our annual revenue is $1 billion US, and we have 5,000 employees, 16 million pallet import, 30 million containers, and active corporate customer 150,000 and 110 distribution centers. And let me introduce our chairman, Dr. Sir, briefly, because Dr. Sir is a live history of logistics in Korea and a witness. So there's no meaning without Dr. Sir for our LogisALL Group. And he's now chairman of LogisALL and Korea Pallet Association, Container Association chairman as well. And he previously various association chairman as Asia Logistics Association, Asia Pacific Pallet Federation, and also currently honorary chairman of APSF. And his excellence in the various areas have been recognized with the many awards on the standardization, innovation, management leadership, and what is the most highlighted that he received the most honorable, prestigious award at the Logistics Grand Award ceremony last year, named Order of Industrial Service Merit from the government for his contribution to the industry development in local and internationally as well. And as stated in his book, he has been going on a journey through the three roads. First is the road of pioneering road. Second, road of logistics consulting. The third one is logistic business. And he has devoted himself to develop industry. Logistics is all for him. And that's why I'm now sharing with you on our chairman proudly. And this slide shows our affiliated company for domestic and overseas. Our key pillar is LogisALL Holding Company and KPP Korea Pallet Pool, KCP Korea Container Pool, and KLP Korea Logistics Pool, and Ulogisnet RT ICT business as well a software solution provider. And in addition to this, key filler companies, KIL, Korean Institute of Logistics. In fact, our company was initiated from this Korean Institute of Logistics. This function kept developing the logistics strategy and direction and searching the market and supporting the government project. Also, the LogisALL LC, Logistics Consulting Engineering, they are doing business for the diagnostic consulting, also KPN for the logistic equipment pooling, and Ecologist is for the recycling and the resource circulation business. Also the KOP for the human resource resourcing and the management service provider. For overseas subsidiaries, there are 15, including the joint venture alliances. We have a long history, and our history comes from the Korean Institute of Logistics KIL, and then the establishment of KPP, KCP, and KLP followed. And also we have the R&D center with the many professional engineers. They keep working for the material science and development, logistic, equipment, etc. Also, we got many certification, ISO global certification and local certification for standardization and the integrated certification for the logistics solution, etc. And the business line, our sweet spot is pallet and container pooling. And then we will set up the supply chain management system based on the uniload system with our expedite using the pallet container pooling business. Also, we are providing collaborative logistics, such as the transportation and warehouse management and third-party solution, etc. Also, the current keyword is sustainability, environmental issues. So we are doing those business for the environmental logistics, internal logistics, logistics equipment rental, and ICT solution for the logistic information system and logistic consultancy. And the global flagship already, Dr. Sir already explained to you, RRPP, Combi Pack, Fold Pack, Fold Cup. Next, beautiful relations is owing to New High, and Korea and Thailand have a time-honored ties in terms of the connectivity, collaboration, and strategic partnership. And so, we are eternal friend, inseparable friend, forged by the blood. As you know, the Thai participated in the Korean War as first country in Asia with the full branches, and loyal Thai soldiers have known for the bravery in the pork chop hill. They earned the nickname Little Tiger. Surprisingly, that pork chop hill was my platoon's defensive sector. In 1981, I was there as a platoon leader. That area was very near to North Korea, near to DMZ, demilitarized zone. So I'm very proud of that because I shared the alliance with the Thai. So it's very inspiring to me that I served the military service at that area. And connected to the Taekwondo, Korean traditional martial art, and the Panipat are very excellent in Taekwondo. She already won the Rio Olympic and the 2018 Asian Games. And also Tawin won the Olympic silver medal in men's taekwondo. There was the first medal in Thailand taekwondo. Also, the Chae Young-suk, he is Thai national taekwondo coach, right? He's now keep playing for developing taekwondo in Thailand. I also like taekwondo. I'm doing taekwondo almost every day after work. You can see that picture. I'm now at the back center. All right. So our team poses a photo for the taekwondo friendship with Thailand, shouting, "Go for Thailand taekwondo." Okay. Next, K-pop. I'm confident you like K-pop, and this top K-pop group are familiar to you. Well, what is certain that is the Thai idol are showing the amazing collaboration with the Korean idol. The CLC Sean, the Thai name is Chonna Sean, but in Korea, the stage name is called rather than real name, like 2 p.m. Nikon. You like him? All right, good, great. Nikon NCT 10 and the GOT7 Bam Bam, Girl Idol Minnie, and Blackpink Lina. The Thai name is Lalisa. Okay, great. And then after session is relatively boring, so I would like to get to hear this music for changing. 네네. 한 사람씩 제가 밖으로 내놓은 게, 태국 사람들입니다. 음악이 나가고 this song, huh? Okay, I'm chased by time, that's why, so I had to did it very shortly. This Gangnam Style, so-called horse dancer, that song was very famous in 2012. And next year, 2013, I participated in the K-pop audition. You can imagine my age, right? I like a passion and challenging. So that picture was for that time, and I participated in the global audition for K-pop. Okay. Thank you. Because as I mentioned, the afternoon session is very difficult for you. That's why I did it shortly. Strategic partnership. And there was a bilateral summit and the business forum in Bangkok. During that business forum, there was KPCA and TNSC MOU signing ceremony. You see the picture, Chairman Sir and TNSC chairwoman. Next, RRPP platform solutions. RRPP platform is a new Korean wave in terms of the creative content with advanced technology. So RRPP has a potential of developing this creative platform. That's why we are driving the way of supply chain innovation. Innovation is proposing the sustainable growth. And RRPP is acronym of the recycled, reusable plastic pallet. Recycled and reusable are C2C. C2C, complete to not complete to customer, cradle to cradle, not cradle to death. That's why these pictures focusing the sustainability. Also, plastic pictures impact resistance and low moisture permeability in terms of quality and hygiene. Also, IoT smart pallet, unlocking visibility with RFID, transforming the value chain into value network. That's why IoT smart pallet is very, creating the values with as the network chain value. Today's way is the more material reuse solution. That's why reuse in the lifetime extension is the key strategy. Less energy and intensive greenhouse gas consumption. Okay, let's see the video flag for the RRPP. You already see the several times, but more.
With economy logistics. Beyond a mere change in the global logistics environment, a new miracle that can emerge as a revolution is before us. A revolution in the logistics industry. RRPP Pool System. The volume of international trade is increasing every year. Therefore, the international logistics expense is rising as well. Today, global logistics needs innovation with a new approach to logistics. Current one-way packaging method is facing several problems, including waste disposal cost, environmental issues, and high purchase costs. But LogisALL's new reusable pallet not only eliminates the problems of the existing method, but also secures the safety of the product secured, which will bring maximum satisfaction to customers. RRPP will open a new era in global logistics. The new challenge of LogisALL, who is continuously leading change and innovation in the logistics industry. It begins with RRPP, the ultralight pallet. RRPP is an eco-friendly ultralight pallet made of reusable material, which is extracted from domestic waste. with addition of a patented material developed in the LogisALL R&D Center. Unlike previous disposable pallets, RRPP can be used repeatedly, enabling you to significantly reduce logistics costs. Not only RRPP is lowered in price, but it also resolves those structural flaws of recycled material through design technique. The patented material gives the new pallet better durability. Its excellence and safety gained recognition through a range of quality tests by an international authorized inspection agency. A new revolution in global logistics, RRPP pool system will be the leader. Lower cost, higher durability. This eco-friendly ultralight pallet enables a new revolution in logistics systems. LogisALL introduces the deposit rental and sale and buyback type, a significant improvement from the existing pool type. And unit load system can be realized through the use of pallets all over the world. Deposit rental is a new concept that exporting companies pay for the pallets on purchase and receive 50% of the money back upon return of those pallets. And sales and buyback is another pooling method that once LogisALL sells RRPP to exporters, at the end of using the pallet, LogisALL buys the pallet back at 50% of the selling price from the end user. This advanced pooling system, the RRPP pool system, will be an innovative system that will open a new era in global logistics. In addition, through the state-of-the-art sorting and cleaning process, all commonly used pallets within the RRPP pool system will always be provided in good condition. RRPP platform operation using IoT and RFID. We support a new SCM environment. Innovative logistics system proposed by LogisALL. RRPP Pool is not a simple upgrade of an old logistics systems. RRPP Pool is a new system that applies cutting-edge IoT technology. Specially designed RFID tags attached to each and every pallet that makes it easy to manage assets and achieves a global smart logistics service. This enables a global tracking service. Furthermore, the tracking information can be transparently shared with clients through newly developed the RRPP platform system. The Smart Pallet System, using intelligent ICT, is the world's first open online RRPP platform that can provide asset management service and provide SCM information to clients. In this way, the innovation and commercialization of RRPP will open a new era in global logistics. All trading countries around the world are connected through Global Trade World and share RRPP. The RRPP Intermodal Unit Load System will be established, which links to diverse transportation modes around the world through RRPP International Trade Logistics. The future of innovative logistics. RRPP Pool will move toward the future of new logistics through standardization, cooperation, and resource recycling. RRPP will support the cargo in global trade. RRPP Pool System will lead a new era in global logistics. As an innovative leader in global logistics, RRPP Pool will become a cutting-edge service that can be used anytime and anywhere. RRPP Pool System.
Okay, I keep moving on. There are various implications for RRPP. RRPP is innovative business model. This new model reshape a new global business and allow to seize large growth opportunity. And in the form of the new access to the global market and the way to add value to customers. And this is servitization model. In the servitization model, the providers compensated by the product performance rather than as a physical value. That's why RRPP has been equipped with various functions to enhance product performance. Also, we focused on the sustainability. In Best for defines sustainability as meeting the need of the present generation without compromising the need of future generation. So it's very critical for us to meet the user customer needs at the time of present. And in terms of product, our R&D center keep focusing on the continuous development of this material. That's why we get the more durable and cost-effective, affordable, and sustainable product. Also, the digital transformation platform is linked. And next to me, President Her will present you on those our IT platform. And this digital platform enables transforming the traditional communication to the advanced communication and interaction with the user and environment. And network partner ecosystem is very important because we are unable to do business globally only with us, and we need a partnership ecosystem. And through this ecosystem, we can make it this business successful and winning is possible. Also, the cross to market, cross to customer is very important. So we are pursuing the multi-local production facilities located close to market and customer. So we will have the collaboration with the local production, sales dealer, etc. So also the reverse logistics is very important in making it successful. Especially the logistic cost is very critical to make it. The factors affecting logistic cost is the various such as the number of end user, dispersal of the end users, and the geography of the reverse logistics, handling equipment type, and degree of sanitization after each use. And the RRP business model already Dr. Sir shared with you. RRPP Pallet shared, and we have RA, RB, RC in model. R is short for the RRPP, and ABC is what sort of materials are made of. This one A is glass fiber, B for enforced PP, polyurethane. C is a virgin material. The sizes are various, but we focused on the Asia standard pallet. So currently, the RB model are major pallet. Also, we are promoting the RC, virgin pallet. And this shape shows the pallet by the sort of the type. RC 1112 is the colorful because it's made by the virgin material. And this slide shows our RRPP customers. As you see, this key customers collaborate with very big companies in Korea. This represents the trust for the RRPP. Finally, let's go on the creating customer value with sustainability. And this is the case for the Samsung Electronics. Samsung Electronics global number one in the memory semiconductor market. And Samsung Electronics are using exclusively us on global basis. It's pretty certain that we are adding value throughout the supply chain with the various benefits such as supply chain efficiency, cost reduction, and packaging standardization, lower wastage resource consumption, eliminating white space. And these are key drivers as a focus area for value creation. And we linked customized strategy. Also leveraging solution capability and network connectivity in the through scale with our global network and supply chain collaboration. What is the key to the success? What unit load optimization is a critical component, as you see, and the reusable recycled value of asset as performance benefit, as I told you in the subsidization model. And the product intelligence, it enables to create, countless values. Also, the optimal logistic cost, achievable business values. Also, the keyword is sharing, connectivity, collaboration, partnership, and sustainability. Especially sharing, resource sharing, benefit, profit sharing. Anyone can become investor for RRPP. If so, we can share the profit with investors, and anyone can become the sales dealer, and we can share the premium as many as you sold out. It's very exciting. Also, we can collaborate with the local logistic providers. Millennial customers confidently have expectation and that they deal with the brand and companies committed to the something which one is of value. One of those things sustainability. But some study found 80 or 85% of the customers are likely to buy from a company with a reputation for sustainability. So we need to integrate sustainable thinking to the supply chain. Sustainability is a key driver of the innovation. So we need a different approach here for this sort of the sustainable thinking. And RRPP provides many benefits to customers, users, participants in the supply chain. That's why we'd like to utilize the sustainable solution for the industrial challenges in the digital age. So we need to keep pace with the changing trend and the new business landscape. 2019 year end just around the corner. So I'd like to wish you all happy Christmas and extraordinary New Year 2020. You need more information, please email me, pw@logisall.com. Okay, that's it. The slides and my presentation of the Cotton Club. Thank you.
Thank you for your interesting performance as well. Last one, RRPP platform presented by Mr. He. He is president of the Ulogisnet company. Would you please?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the last presentation. It's very long day today, and I guess you are very tired. In my presentation is regarding to the information technology. Most of you are not from the information technology, but the words, the acronyms are not familiar to you, I think. But I don't expect every of you understand all of the acronyms. And what I want to expect you is to understand how Pallet generated the data. Now you are in the face of the industry 4.0, we call Logis 4.0, and the data is very important to us. So we start how we generate the data and accumulate it and collect it and we analyze it and to utilize the data from the movement of the pallet. So it is now it is implemented as an RRPP platform. So I would like to present you. RRPP platform and how we provided the tracking, especially in globalized and support the business system in using the ICT technology. What I want to cover is the first one is the overview of the RRPP track, and then it consists of two components, Link and UltraBase. Link is developed for our internal use in viewpoint of the asset management. So it is used for us and all our business partners, and sometimes it can be used by our customers to manage the movement of the pallet itself. But UltraBase is not only the pallet movement, but also the movement of goods, customer cargoes, and we utilize the pallet information to the customer goods informations. And then I'll show you some demonstrations, and I'll explain how we support this kind of systems in the worldwide. Okay, RRP TRA platform. We named the TRA. It is come from trade and tracking and traceability. The same common three words in TRA. And understand that in the name of TRA, it is used for the global trade, and we can provide the visibility for our customers. Thus, we implemented state-of-art technologies. Recently, we use the technology of IoT, Internet of Things. There is many kinds of technologies in IoT, but our pallet is very cheap pallet, and what is the cheapest technology solutions to manage the RRPP? As we selected the passive RFID technologies. Some of you will understand the RFID technologies. It has been more than 10 years. Very proved technologies. But most of our RFID case is limited on the premise. For example, in the plant or in the store, or in the warehouse, they can use the RFID. But we decided to adapt the passive RFID technology into global trade to meet the cost limitations. But then we can make it. And TRA platform tracks all the movements of the RRPP pallet with the tag and reader systems. And beyond the hardware, such as tag and reader, we developed the software platform to manage the RFID movements. So from the birth of the pallet to the death of the pallet, we can manage all the informations. So in terms of the hardware, I summarize there is passive RFID technologies which is conformed to the global standard, which selected the global standardization, GRAI, we call GRAI, Global Returnable Asset Identification Systems. So it can be utilized all over the world, even in Korea, in China, in States, in Thailand. So it, the RFID pallet can be moved here and there in all over the world. And it can be collected by the RFID reader systems. RFID reader system is using the radio frequency. And as you know, the radio frequency is regulated by the government. So RFID reader system is a little different from by countries. But we provide all the RFID reader systems which can be used in most of the world. That is on the hardware side, but in software side is very important. So we developed the TRA platform to cover it. And it composed of the two modules. I'll describe it later in detail. Okay, first of all, let's study how RFID functions. We purchased RFID tag conforming to the global standard, and we packaged it to use in environmentally hardened packaging. Then we insert in the center of the plastic pallet, because we RFID is a plastic pallet, so it is very convenient to capture the RFID data. That means that every RFID pallet has its own serial number. The lower figure shows you how dry is consisted of. So every RFID pallet has his own serial numbers, and we can understand when this is produced, when this is go to the warehouse, and when it goes to a certain customer, and we can collect all the data through the platform, and our users can see the data also. So it is several advantages. The most typical advantage is the individual management. Our normal system is we can count the pallet, and we put the number of the pallet into the system, and we had managed by the counted the number of the pallet. But now the pallet has its serial numbers, and we can manage every movement of the pallet. Thus, we can generate a large data from the pallet movement. Another advantage is we can automate the material process of the pallet. One of the typical example is the counting. Some customers using our RRPP systems with their factory automation systems, with the automated conveyors. So on the conveyor, they installed the RFID reader and collect the information automatically and count the number of the systems. So they can eliminate some manual tasks, and they can enhance the quality of the counting tasks. As the same to the tribe meanings is what the global business. This shows a simple diagram of the global trade. So in exporting countries, we can provide our RRPP to the consignor, and the consignor using our pallet, and they make some unit load. Then it can transport it to the consignee countries. Then we collect the pallet in the consignee's warehouse, or consignee return our pallet to us in consignee's countries. So all this kind of information data is gathered into our platform. As our platform conveys all the movement of the RRPP pipe in global trade. As I mentioned earlier, the platform consists of RRPP Link and RRPP Ultra Base. We studied how we utilize this kind of pallet data for our customers. Because they wanted to manage their cargo informations. But in order to manage all the cargo information in global wide, it needs a lot of investments. We already invested in Pallet. If they use the Pallet, they can utilize the Pallet information in their converted to their product informations. So we developed UltraVis. Or later, I'll just show you some screenshots of the two kind of modules. RRPP link is for to manage the RRPP itself. So in RRPP Pallet has the RRPP tag, that means the serial number of the pallet. We collected the informations by using RRPP reader systems. There are several kinds of RRPP reader systems. Most popular is mobile reading systems. As you watch in the videos, there is mobile readers, and we can collect the pallet informations. And we can automate some tasks, such as operator gate or truck gate, and we can install the automate RFID reading systems and collect the data informations and confirm when the confirm the data, they send it to the RFID server systems. Then we can send to the data to our partners. One of the importance of the RFID reader is when the RFID reader send the data, it generates the other information, so time and the place, the kind of event it is receiving or withdrawing, the kind of event data, and who has done this job, the worker ID. This kind of information is gathered from the reader systems. So in combination of readers, we can collect all kinds of information from the field. Then we can utilize it in our server systems, and we can provide it to our partners and customers. So let me summarize the application software of the link. The one is is used for the business management. We are logistics player using the RRPP. So we should manage all the RRPP from it manufacturing until the disposal. All movements has managed by the RRPP trial, and in some additional functions we can add some functions such as shipments and invoicing, and this kind of function is included in the RRPP business management. And get the information from the field, from the workers. We can develop the app systems. This is we provide you the iOS-based systems and Android-based system, both. All of your smartphones can be a tool to collect the RFID data from the readers. And another is for the RFID manufacturers. So we provide RFID tag to the manufacturer, and the RFID manufacturer inserted the tag into the pallet, and they ship the pallet to the customers. So we managing those functions is included. So RFID link consists of RFID business management, RFID mobile applications, and the production control systems. The result is it can be managed all the business processes regarding to the RRPP, such as receiving, shipping, inventory management, all kinds of business process can be utilized by the RRPP to link modules. And it's support the asset location tracking and it supports business functions such as invoicing and receipt fraud. Okay, let me move on to UltraBIS. UltraBIS is acronym of unit load, trace and visibility. So it is for the our customer users. So in the low figures, you can see that how we mapped the pallet information and the cargo informations. When a consignor, the exporter, is shipped the RFID with their cargoes, when they need the RFID serial numbers, they can get the information from the cargo labels. We can use the barcode systems, QR code systems, and RFID systems according to the customers. So we can map the pallet serial number and the cargo information, cargo numbers. When the exporter shipped the cargoes, this kind of if they have this kind of tasks, after that, all of the users can query the information by clicking the pallet serial numbers. So,
ก็ส่งไปเป็น YouTube ให้เขาไปดูก็ได้ครับ
if they input the serial number in the RRPP system, they can get what the cargo is, where the cargo is, and if there's some problems, our systems can send some messages or some alarms, then let the customers get the information on event. So to utilize the UltraBIS, the cargo label is very important. The cargo label is made by the customer itself. So there is standardizations regarding to the cargo labels. Among them, we selected the global standard one systems. And there are several features that we picked the EAN13 system, ITF14, GS1128. This kind of global standard, we can you can use no more any other customizations. For our some customers want their own internal systems. So at the case, we can provide some customizations at the time, you can develop some kind of API systems, some kind of interfaces is required. So it can be constructed by project base. Okay, let me show you some screenshots of the Okay, this is the first screen of the RRPP system. sorry. This is the first screen, the initial screen, and this is the platform for mobile. This in the front screens that is shows some main menus, and it controls user privileges. So we can reinforce the security functions. Okay, let me show you the inventory management functions. The track platform tracks all the movements of which are repeated and Logisnet event reporting. We select the data. When we select the window is appeared. This tracking trace. So we can visualize all the movement of the Arabic movement. When we select the specific functions, it can show all details of their movement. Okay, this is the picture of the data collection. This is a truck gate. This is screens of receiving. So we can collect all the data from field automatically. And when we buy back the pallet, we can curate the history of the pallet. In addition to that, we can add some statistic functions. So we can analyze some basic functions, and we added a lot of more functions. Okay, let's back to the formal presentations. Well, this is the screenshot of the Ultra Beast. The left figure shows the screenshot of the mobile phone. From mobile phone, we can select what kind of pallet is met to the what kind of cargos, and it displays the cargo informations, and the worker select what kind of cargo is on the what kind of pallet. And then it entered, then the system, the data go to the systems. And in back office, we can curate all the informations. When we click this figure, this displays all the details of the unit load and in which pallet and is loaded on which cargo systems, and it matches so that it shows to the office people to understand what kind of cargo is shipped on what kind of pallet, and you can know all the detailed information also. And he can report some query. And we develop some basic standard functions because every customer has some specific function requirements. So we provide some basic functions and customize it to their customer needs. And then we can send some information to their systems, or if they want RRPP Ultra BS for their systems, we can open to them. This kind of task needs some customization work. So it is made by project basis. Okay, let me show you how we support you at terms of the hardware. So we need some kind of RFID leaders in every country who are using the RFID. In order to get the benefits, we should have RFID leaders, and we let our workers get collecting tasks. So we provide several kinds of the RFID systems, and we get some purchase volumes, and we are providing a very quality RFID system to every countries. There is basically three types of RFID readers here. And RFID register is for the RFID manufacturers. So because they are manufacturers, they put the RFID reader to the RFID tag to the pallet, and they report it to us, the manufacturer, RRPP manufacturer. So this system is basically developed for the RRPP manufacturers. For most of the customers, we can provide mobile readers because this is the cheapest solutions and very convenient and confident technologies. As I mentioned earlier, that some customers want to automate the warehouse operations and operations. In that case, we can provide some portal gate solutions, so they can automate into the process to automate the counting tasks, or to inform, to get information from process. So we, in order to provide the RFID systems in terms of the RFID reader and the RFID track platform, and we established our overseas subsidiaries. So we have some subsidiaries in Thailand also, and but only our subsidiary cannot do all the cooperation works. So we need some helpers, such as IT partners, and we have some dealers, we have some logistics operators here. So we can provide the RRPP software. So we can get some you can get some authorization from our subsidiaries, and let them enroll the system as users. Then you can manage all informations. And in order to support our customers on site, so we need some partners also. So we are searching for some IT partners, Thailand also. If you are interested in the RRPP systems and utilize as IT partners, please let me know your intentions. We can discuss further, and we can get the business together. Okay, this is my last chart. So we can connect all the peoples in RRPP global trade world. So it improve our life. So I emphasize that now the pallet is not only the tool of the material handling, but also it is the tool of the information society. So we collect all the data and we accumulate it into the big data, and we can utilize all the industry 4.0 technologies based on our data. So we try to contribute to our partners, our customers also. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. About RRPP tracking and tracing systems. Long day, right? It has been a long day since we have met here at from 10:30. I'd like to wrap up our session by having questions or comments. If you have any questions or comments concerning the presentations, all the presentations, and if you have also another comments, I'll be happy to answer, or whoever person will be able to answer any questions that you may have. Interaction is very important in conference because it's a mutual understanding and mutual. We came to understand that we have mutual understanding and mutual interests, so that we know very much about the things that you will have questions on pallet systems and when we present our presentation, and we also understand your problems and questions. So I think I'm very happy to have your presentation concerning your questions and your problems. It is, I think, same problems and same questions that we all fully understand what the problems are and what things we need to tackle those problems in the near future. So I think APSF, Asia Pallet System Federation, is the organization that will be tackling those problems